Creepy! You were in on this the whole time, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't?
Of course not. You were the one who hacked into my show first. None of this would have been possible if not for that, and I most assuredly did not invite you.
Well, if you didn't plan this, I'm going to assume you at least knew what was going on.
Of course I knew. Chibi Thulu and I worked that out weeks ago.
What?
I managed to pinpoint the source of the interference as the Crybaby Lane film.
After that, it was simple. Patricia and Kevin are the two resident experts on all things Nickelodeon at Manic Expression.
We thought it best to wait for them to show their hand.
I see. And you both kept me in the dark this whole time because...
Mostly because it amused me to do so.
Fucking
Excuse me, are you two about done with your little lover spat? Because Patricia and I still have work to do. I have to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Patty still has to watch Attack of the 50-Foot Cheerleader.
Agreed. You and Creepy are gonna have to cut this short, Decker. Your shows belong to Kevin and I now.
What are we gonna do, Creepy? I don't want to lose my show. I'm making $3 more than before off Blip.
Great idea, Decker. Put more salt into Creepy's bullet-shaped wound.
Actually, I have a plan.
What?
He does?
You do?
Now, Chibi Thulu.
Spam bomb! Away!
Pledge to fight evil in the name of God. As Bible.
What the hell was that?
A Bible Man spam bomb. Chibi Thulu's been working on it for a while now in case of just such an emergency.
Why would anyone make anything remotely like that?
Focus, Decker. That intro won't keep Kevin and Patricia distracted for long. I need you to concentrate.
Why is that guy wearing so much purple? And is he wielding a lightsaber?
Decker!
Ah! Please quit doing that!
Around this time last year, did you wake up from a nightmare that involved both of us?
Hey, wait a second. How do you know about that?
Think, Decker. Before you had the nightmare, was anything strange delivered to you through the mail?
Check your backlog of saved emails as well, Decker. They may have contacted you that way.
No, it's too modern. Plus, older magic is hard to send via technology.
I'd forgotten all about this. It came in the mail last year, and I didn't remember ordering it. Got it about a week before I had that awful crossover nightmare, and I forgot about it.
Perfect. The device isn't designed for this kind of thing, but with some luck and a little creative spell work, we can use it to set everything right again.
This thing?
It's not really a figurine, Decker. The Ishim only crafted it to look like something you would trust.
That thing's been laying around for a year, though. It's going to require recharging.
How?
Set it down, and then repeat after me. Now repeat after me. Deflagrate, muri intervalia.
The flame murder intravenous?
Deflagrate Murdi Intervalia. Say it!
Right, deflagrate muri intravalia. Okay. Now what?
It needs time to charge up. That means we have to distract Kevin and Patricia with something. Decker, open your front door.
Special delivery! Deliverance, too!
Who would send me a movie like this? Wait, of course it was you, wasn't it, Creepy?
July was a long month. I got bored.
That was... just...
I knew you were evil, Creepy, but there are some lines that are just as crossed for the sake of common decency.
You guys are back. Great. Decker and I were talking, and we've decided to surrender.
What? Oh, you have?
They have.
With one minor stipulation, of course. You have to prove to both of us that you can handle the dark forces that exist on the internet. Face our challenge of reviewing one of the most twisted and bizarre films to ever come out of the early 2000s. If you succeed, we will back down without another word.
I actually didn't agree to any of this.
We accept.
We do?
Wonderful.
So what's this film that Kevin and I have to review for you and Decker? Oh, dear God.
Brendan Fraser. You know, the guy from The Mummy? The guy from that movie where Joe Pesci was a hobo and he took him in and he lived in his van and he didn't say the F word as much as he did in My Cousin Vinny and Casino? The guy who was in George of the Jungle?
Released in 2001, Monkey Bone was originally drafted to be an adaptation of the Kaja Blackley graphic novel, Darktown, and was supposed to be very true to its source material. Of course, that led to the need of a big budget, which led studio execs to push for it to have more mass appeal, taking cues from such films as Beetlejuice and Cool World, effectively creating a movie much lighter in tone with only fleeting resemblance to Darktown, and nothing at all like what was originally planned.
Wait, Darktown? What's that?
It's a comic published by Mad Monkey Press about a man trapped in a psychological world of horror while in a coma. The locals want to kill him and take over his physical body, but he carries a red suitcase of his imagination, allowing him to fight them off.
So it's kind of like Felix the Cat re-imaged by Tim Burton. I wonder if that would be anything similar than the Twisted Tales of Felix the Cat, which was on CBS in the mid-90s.
That's 90s Tim Burton. Today, he just cast Johnny Depp as Felix. And it'd still be a cat.
Anyway, what do you say we, I don't know, review it?
I don't know.
It seems suspicious, but I'm strangely intrigued. All right, Decker, let's see what this film's got.
All right, the film opens up with monkeys. Monkeys. Monkeys!
Monkeys.
Decker, are you alright? I expect you to at least make it past the opening credits before you broke down.
He'll be fine. He tried to dull the pain of the Summer of Seagal by doing a Let's Play series of a particular franchise.
Which is...
Monkey Go Happy.
Monkeys!
Not Monkey Go Happy, suffering that in an entire Summer of Seagal. It is a wonder this man is still alive.
The film then begins with a film beginning, as a room of people watch a cartoon that is most certainly not intended for young audiences.
For some reason, as I watched those big old flaps of hers, I began to feel oddly aroused.
Okay, this is scaring me already. If this was changed for a mass appeal, who but Fox thought that this was something a lot of moviegoers would identify with?
He gets an erection, and his inability to not spaz out leads to the teacher questioning what he is trying to hide, leading to the punchline.
And then, all at once, there he was. Monkey Bone!
Hey, baby! I love your ways.
Monkey bug. Monkey bug.
What? I refuse to believe that not one of the people present was even remotely disgusted!
This brings us to Brendan Fraser playing Stu Miley as he... Oh, I get it. S. Smiley. Smiley. Ha ha ha. Anyway, he's there at the private screening of the Monkey Bone pilot along with his agent, despite the fact that these scenes are anything to go by. He hates money.
Doc, I don't want to be stuck here with a bunch of these media creeps.
Because, heaven forbid, anyone hears about your comic or show and actually gets the idea that they want to see it.
Herb won't let him leave, though, not without first piling every piece of Monkey Bone merchandise available at his cafe press shop in Stu's car, so he can give the thought of actually being able to eat and live comfortably while doing something he supposedly likes a little more consideration.
Would you look at this now? He won't let us leave. Oh, the monkey!
The monkey.
Calm down, Decker. It's okay. I'll take it from here. Again. While trying to back out, Stu accidentally pulls the cord on a giant inflatable
monkey.
This leads to a happy, family-friendly comedy scene of them careening into traffic and nearly getting over a dozen people killed before finally crashing. Fortunately, the simian airbag saved Julie from any injury. Inexplicably, however, Stu wasn't so lucky.
This brings Stu to Dark,
Downtown, where we see the movie as certainly taking a turn for the weird.
Wait, do you mean to tell me that horny monkey butt rub was normal?
Hey, mister, got a smoke on you?
No, I'm trying to cut back.
Barbecue pork, barbecue squaw, bacon, chitlins.
Right up, 3 balls for $1. Win a prize for the little lady.
Comparatively, yes.
Oh, wow.
Wake up, everybody! It's time for Monkey Bone Live!
The monkey.
Hiya, boss.
The monkey is fucking happy.
Whoa there. Calm down, Decker. How are things going in the real world?
What? Oh, yeah. Stu is, of course, in a coma, but it's okay. His sister is there to see him, and...
Which one's the plug?
What plug?
The plug? Yeah. The one you pull?
Well, at least it's better than a monkey.
She supposedly had a pact with him for some unexplained reason, but her enthusiasm at watching him kick the bucket is never elaborated on past that.
Come on. It is Brendan Fraser.
She begrudgingly accepts to give him 3 months to recover, and while Stu never got to propose to Julie, fortunately before all this happened, Stu managed to put together a Rube Goldberg machine to really impress her.
Aw, that's so nice. That little painting is so cute with the monkey and... Ah! Jeez, what the heck is going on?
How do you go from here to cartoons?
Switch hands.
What?
Stu was right-handed, so I made him switch the pen to his left hand to see what would come out.
You can do that? Guys, I'll be right back.
Don't go too far. I'm not sure I can handle this movie on my own. Back in downtown, Stu was getting more than a little tired of the drinks, the rides we never see, and most of all...
The fucking monkey!
You have humiliated me in public for the last time!
I doubt that.
Back in the pack!
Tighten it. Choke the fucking monkey.
Decker?
Monkey go fucking happy.
Stu does have a friend in downtown, though, Miss Kitty, played by Rose McGowan. This brings up a strange interspecies love interest, but fortunately, Monkey Bone is there to cockblock Mr. Fraser.
And I'm back. What do you think?
Of what?
My drawing. I drew with my left hand.
Is it a map of an alien world?
A new page for the Kama Sutra?
A monkey.
Actually, it kind of looks like my uncle.
Shut up! All of you! None of you know what true art is until you see it. I guess I'll put this in my binder of Mark Summers' portraits.
Sweet, I got it right.
Be right back after I choke my monkey!
Unfortunately, this monkey beating will have to wait, as we are interrupted by a Reaper showing the audience that evidently the way to escape Darktown, and therefore one's coma, is to receive an exit pass.
Back in the real world, Kimmy stops by to let Julie know that the 3 months are up, and Stu's proverbial plug is scheduled to be pulled. The results in her having a somewhat graphic nightmare, which as luck would have it, Stu is witnessing.
With some help from Hypnos, the god of sleep, Stu learns that he can escape from downtown and return to his body by stealing an exit pass. However, exit passes are held by Death in the Land of Death, who is played by Whoopi Goldberg.
Weirdly, Monkey Bone is all happy to help Stu out.
This sounds a little too easy.
It turns out that the nightmare Julie had gave her an idea. The Sleep Therapy Institute where she works has conveniently invented a substance called 1-Erix that triggers nightmares in people. Because Stu suffered from recurring nightmares before they left, Julie thinks they can scare him awake from his coma using a massive dosage.
What's the maximum safe dose? Most we've ever used is, half a cc. 5 cc's.
Is she serious?
Isn't that a slightly unethical practice?
The slightest bit concerned that all that stuff might kill him, the guy you're supposedly wanting to marry.
It turns out, though, that Stu getting the exit pass and Monkey Bone going along to help was all a plan by Hypnos.
I'm so sorry, Stu. It's just all part of the deal. We've got big plans for that body of yours!
So when Stu seems to be awakening, it's actually Monkey Bone inhabiting his body.
So he can get laid.
Creepy's right. I can't believe I just said that. But Monkey Bone's entire motivation is because Stu didn't draw him anatomically correct. He body swapped with the man just so he can finally get his rocks off.
That is just...
I don't know. Considering I have to inhabit Brendan Fraser's body, taking a vow of abstinence might not be the worst choice.
Suffice it to say, Monkey Bone quickly becomes distracted.
Foxy lady. Here I come, baby. I'm coming to get you.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Me too.
How come you're not affected, Decker?
Unfortunately, Creepy, after everything I've seen this month, Brendan Fraser's monkey dance doesn't induce the kind of horror it might once have. Hypnos soon sends Monkey Bone a message, reminding him not to get too distracted.
We didn't send you up here to shake your booty with a bunch of lingerie, babes. But it's my fantasy. I don't care. We sent you up here to make nightmares.
Thus, Monkey Bone sneaks into Julie's office and trades the big vial of Kool-Aid with... another big vial of Kool-Aid.
With the Oneirix in his possession, Monkey Bone then adds the chemical to the stuffed dolls of himself. Wait, how is the...
That's how.
Farting monkey toys?
The monkey fucking farted.
Back in downtown, Stu escapes and reveals Hypnos' plan to Death, who eventually concedes to send Stu back for 1 hour so he can stop Monkey Bone.
What's wrong with my neck?
You broke it! You're an organ donor!
There you go! Get him! Get him!
Why are they chasing after him?
You'd think the fact that he can move again is a clear sign that he's alive and therefore would be needing said organs.
Some people love their jobs too much to let go because of a simple misunderstanding.
Stu arrives at the fucking monkey party, which has already seen its share of excitement.
Those have turned evil! They're working together! Shirts! Slacks!
Ew.
For fuck's sake, not again!
What?
Stu manages to drive Monkey Bone away from the party. The two end up having their big climactic fight on a giant Monkey Bone balloon. I don't know. At this point, just go with it.
The balloon is shot by a passing cop with questionable levels of competency, and somehow manages to make a loud farting sound on the way down despite the hole in the balloon not being very big.
Oh! Back in Comaland, Stu and Monkey Bone's fight continues as they both plummet further toward downtown. The battle is interrupted upon the arrival of... Wait, hold up. When did this turn into a steampunk mech anime?
Death, piloting the big robot, scoops up Stu and Monkey Bone, then puts Monkey Bone back into Stu's brain where he belongs.
Satisfied with the way things have ended despite the havoc, Death sends Stu back to Earth so he can propose to Julie. Thus, our wacky mishaps conclude with...
People, for the love of God, take off your clothes!
Monkeys! 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 I really don't understand what appeal they thought this might have. Lightening it up to the point where it almost seems like it could be a kid's movie doesn't really work when a lot of the humor is very sexual in nature. Not to mention what was held over from the original Darktown script would give children horrible nightmares for months after seeing this movie. But it's not really geared towards adults either. Its soundtrack is your generic family movie selection of pop music. And the darker aspects never get too dark as this manages to keep a PG-13 rating. Overall, Monkey Bone is a confusing mess, which kind of works in its trying to be a confusing mess at times, but a lot of the other segments are just painful to watch for all the wrong reasons. Desperately trying to find its audience with 2 Brendan Fraser monkey dances out of 5.
Overall, this movie is just a jumbled mess. I've never read the original source material, so I can't really say too much about how I feel about that compared to the movie. But to tell you the truth, it seems that they decided to focus more on the off-color jokes and the random humor, as opposed to putting in a consistent story with memorable characters. It seems to me that they decided to get the influences from Cool World in making to this movie. The characters are extremely forgettable, the situations in itself is just insane, and overall, the character of Monkey Bone is just absolutely insane and mean-spirited. Hey, I'm just showing off my butt. Hey, I'm writing your phone number in your panties. Isn't that just hilarious? Overall, for some people, Monkey Bone is a guilty pleasure. It's absolutely insane and has that so bad it's good mentality similar to Cool World. And if you're into that, then I would suggest you check out this movie. But for a more mainstream audience, I wouldn't exactly recommend watching this film, as you're just going to be shaking your head and thinking, what are you watching at this point? And so I give this movie a ranking of 2 phone numbers in woman's panties out of 5.
I'm not sure what to make of out of this. The film certainly has potential, but much of it is either wasted or squandered on monkey fart jokes. The most memorable scenes are without a doubt those that take place in the downtown world, for obvious reasons. If the bulk of the film had taken place there, we'd all probably be talking about a very different movie. Most of the real-world scenes feel tacked on. The characters there are pretty forgettable, and some of the motivations given for them are baffling. In the end, Monkey Bone is the sort of film you can love to hate and still enjoy while wishing it had stayed truer to the source material, ranking in at 2 juggled monkey balls out of 5.
What the hell did I just watch? Seriously, I love stop-motion animation. In fact, my all-time favorite stop-motion animation character TV show is Gumby. I love Gumby. And of course, I love in movies like in Beetlejuice and Star Wars and Terminator, RoboCop, Howard the Duck. I love the usage of stop-motion animation. However, and I know this was a clever idea of Henry Selick to combine stop-motion animation with live action, it was just weird. Personally, I really think that Henry Selick was trying to tad rip off Tim Burton because there was so many Tim Burton-esque moments in the film. In fact, the film looked like it was done by Tim Burton. I know Henry Selick had worked with Tim Burton on Nightmare Before Christmas, which is actually my all-time favorite stop-motion animation and my film, and one of my all-time favorite movies. I love Nightmare Before Christmas, and James and the Giant Peach was really good. Later on, I love Coraline. I think Coraline is a fantastic movie. But really, what happened with Monkey Bone? I mean, I like Brendan Fraser too. I loved him in The Mummy. I think he's a great actor, but this was a very convoluted story. The only thing going was the stop-motion animation and the characters. That was the only thing. But seriously, without a good story, the movie flops. And I have to say the acting could have been better. Bridget Fonda was beautiful. I think Bridget Fonda is beautiful, whatever she does. And if you watch Jackie Brown, even her feet are beautiful because apparently there was more shots for feet in that movie because Quentin Tarantino has a foot fetish than there were of her. But the point that I'm trying to say is that Monkey Bone was just a mess. I just don't know where to begin. I would try to give a very clear review, but seriously, I don't know whether I should have smoked pot or whether I should have just got drunk watching this film because it was just really weird. Seriously, this was a big low point in both Universal Studios, the company who put the film out there, and Henry Selick's career. Also, another good thing was Chris Kattan. Chris, what happened? I love you on Saturday Night Live. I loved you in Night of the Roxbury's. But as much as I love your kookiness, even in Corky Romano, still, man, this was just a really weird movie and just so stupid. I mean, this was like akin to Patty's Attack of the 50-Foot Cheerleader. Sorry, Patty, I know you love that movie, but just really weird.
We still need more time for it to charge. Distract them.
Don't let something like a Brendan Fraser film get you down, Kevin. Nickelodeon needs us. We need to take all of Decker's and creepy subscribers and fans so that we can rally together the old school lane army.
I don't think they need distracting.
Apparently not.
Once we have them, we can move on to bigger and better things, getting more internet reviewers on our side until we're too big of a force for Nickelodeon to ignore. Finally, old school Nickelodeon fans will have the Pataki series. They'll have the Hey Arnold Jungle movie. They'll be able to visit the Slime Geyser in Florida once more.
Also, I hate to interrupt, but Creepy, is that thing supposed to be doing that?
Oh, yeah, that means it's ready.
What?
Ask Creepy.
It's a device Decker was sent last year that allowed him to bend space in the dreamscape and cross over into my mind. Normally it wouldn't be used for this, but I'm familiar with how the magic innate in it works. I had Decker charge it so it could separate our shows and dispel you and Patricia.
Sorry, Creepy, but I don't buy that. I think you're bluffing.
You mean I'll have my show back?
Assuming you weren't splattered.
You may want to hold on to something, Decker. This is going to hurt.
Not when we're so close. What about Goosebumps? What about...
Wow, that was simpler than expected. Status, Chibi-Thulu.
All systems nominal. Everything seems fine.
Great. What about Patricia and Kevin?
Oh, no, get this away from me. I already suffered through this enough. Oh, no.
Even they didn't deserve that. But I suppose all's well that ends well.
Creepy!